Billy here with Gilbert Travels. Today we're heading up to Fort Lauderdale International Airport for a flight with Jetblue on board their A220 on up to Boston. Very excited about checking out this new plane. Been up in Delta's A220, but this will be my first time with Jetblue and back in economy. So let's get on up to the airport and on board with Jetblue today. "10 minutes to boarding up to Boston." Let's check out the plane. Despite the crummy view and the dirty windows, the A220, which started out as the Bombardier C Series, is such a striking plane from the outside. Alright, we're about a half hour late boarding, but we're getting on here. Excited to see this new cabin. The A220 also has a reputation with other carriers for its customer-friendly features. So let's get on board today and see if JetBlue's version lives up to that benchmark. JetBlue names each of its aircraft, and this, their very first A220, is named Rob Dewar, a nod to the man who helmed the original C-Series project at Bombardier before the program was controversially transferred to Airbus and renamed the A220. The aircraft type was designed by Bombardier to have a customer-friendly cabin with a versatile 3x2 configuration, allowing for family and couple-friendly seating selections, as well as only having one middle seat per row, minimizing the risk of that uncomfortable position for solo travelers. The A220 was also designed with generous swing-up luggage bins that hold bags on their sides, so that there's space for a carry-on for every passenger, and no more gate checking. For their part, JetBlue is famous for industry-leading legroom, and the A220 has been equipped with 108 standard core seats with 34 inches of pitch, as well as 42 extra legroom, even more space seats with a huge 38 inches of seat pitch. That's more than many airlines' first-class cabins these days. The seats themselves are a fairly standard modern slimline economy design with all the important checkboxes marked, like in-seat power, both universal and USB. Since its inception, JetBlue has also been known for its free live DirecTV entertainment, and this aircraft is therefore equipped with a generous touchscreen IFE system, which we'll review in detail later. While Delta has also equipped their A220 with entertainment, this has not been a common option on the A220 with carriers outside of the US. Even though the A220 is slated to operate a lot of shorter routes for JetBlue in replacing the aging E190 fleet, this aircraft has been given full features and some of the latest tech in their fleet. JetBlue has always operated an Airbus fleet outside of those regional E190 jets, and perhaps that influenced their decision to go with the A220 when it came time to replace these Embraers. Let's get in the air and experience today's service on this all-new aircraft.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Captain speaking. Welcome aboard our flight today's 70 service back to Boston Airport. Once airborne, flight time 3 hours.
How many of you are coming to visit? Some. Most are going home. Okay, great. So hopefully you had a great time here in the Fort Lauderdale area. It's awesome here too. We are excited to take you to Boston today. Again, thanks for choosing JetBlue. As you can see, this is a new plane. We only have a few of them, so you're making history right now. And it's quiet, so I think you're all going to like this aircraft once we get going here.
The A220 is usually known for being extremely quiet, but back here in seat 28, I experienced quite a pronounced whining noise. I think it might have been her hydraulic system. Have any of you heard this on an A220? Well anyway, noise aside, it was a beautiful summer morning to depart from Florida as we headed out over the Everglades before proceeding north up towards Boston, first crossing massive Lake Okeechobee. One of the other signature features of the A220 is its huge windows, and I made good use of them with the views today. I even managed to capture this rainbow from up in the air. I was just mesmerized by the beautiful winglet on the A220, festooned with the colorful livery by Jetblue. Anyway, back inside the cabin, let's have a look at that in-flight entertainment display, which for its part has a few unique features, including the ability to pair your phone as a remote control. I'm not sure this feature has huge value, with the screen being so close to you and being so responsive on its own. Jetblue also opted to have the screen display each passenger's first name during the configuration process. While I appreciate being recognized by name by a crew member, and perhaps Jetblue wanted to capture this sort of feeling, I'm not sure that I like the idea of everyone's name being displayed for the whole cabin by default. How do you feel about this idea? In any case, once you finish setup, you have one of the best in-flight display experiences I've found at your fingertips. Jetblue really does a great job, finally replacing its old map channel with a fully functional 3D interactive map. This is packed with great information, including onward flight connection information, which seems to automatically pull from onboard passenger ticket information to display only relevant flights for those people on board, like my own onward flight to Seattle later the same day. 3D maps may not be new, but Jetblue actually lets you display the map at all times in a picture-in-picture window, while using the system or watching other entertainment. I think that's really cool. As for entertainment, Jetblue has the typical selection of streaming movies, as well as their famous DirecTV live channel selection. Watching live TV and keeping track of your in-flight map is an ad-geek dream. Not only that, I discovered you could picture-in-picture both your flight map and your entertainment, while reviewing the menus for even more helpful information like your flight status. Just how amazing is this IFE? And if all that isn't exciting enough for you, there's also always the free Wi-Fi for all passengers on JetBlue. If I had to criticize anything, it's that the screen itself does not really adjust very well when the seat in front reclines. However, the angle does remain viewable. Perhaps because of continued pandemic procedures, JetBlue has decided to make their food and drink menu digital, replacing the seatback printed card menus. So let's have a look at today's selections before the service starts. JetBlue resumed their full economy service in late 2020, so you have their full selection of soft drinks, free snacks, paid alcohol, and paid snack boxes. JetBlue also offers some unique other items, like earbuds, pillows, and blankets. The cart for paid items came around first, so I splurged $6 on this in-flight blanket, which came vacuum-packed and it's all mine to keep. I think that's a very cool keepsake, and I used mine for lumbar support. This, combined with the adjustable headrest, made the seat pretty darn comfortable for today's flight up to Boston. And now we started upon some clouds that blocked most of our views for the rest of the flight up the East Coast. So down went my window shade as I admired the mood lighting in the cabin and deployed the nicely sized adjustable tray table. It was time to put in my complimentary drink order, and having failed to secure any coffee yet since waking up today, I ordered some Dunkin' Donuts brew as well as an apple juice. At this point we were an hour into the flight and just off the South Carolina coast. I skipped the paid snack boxes, opting instead for just the free snacks from JetBlue, getting both Cheez-It and these Goody Girl chocolate chip cookies to munch on. Overall, among US economy carriers, it's really hard to fault this onboard service with JetBlue. I never did get to try out the lavatory on today's aircraft, however, I happen to know that JetBlue sadly did not opt for the loo with a view, windowed variety, as I experienced on Delta's A220-100. As we rolled up the east coast of the US, the clouds kept blanketing the horizon, breaking only as we came in close to Boston. So take in the approach and landing, and then stick around for my closing thoughts on today's flight.
So that was JetBlue's A220. This is the first of just 3 currently in their fleet. It's my first trip on the A220-300, the longer variant. And right now, JetBlue is just one of 2 airlines in the US flying the A220. So hope you enjoyed coming along with me today. Now let's head inside Boston Airport. Billy with Gilbert Travels here, and I'll see you on my next flight.
Please remember to like, comment, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be made aware first when more content is available. As always, thanks for watching.